Alright, chat, we are going to start with Fat Electrician. Normally, I like to save Fat Electrician for the end. We are gonna do the Fat Electrician about the Marine Corps birthday. That is how we are kicking things off tonight. I haven't seen this one from him, so I definitely want to see it. If anyone's gonna say something outstanding about this, it's gonna be Nick. So let's hear what Nick has to say.
Alright, we're going to do a special video for the Marine Corps birthday. We're going to go over some of my favorite Marine quotes, some of my favorite Marine lore. It's going to be great. And for those of you that don't know, the Marine Corps birthday is the greatest American holiday that most people don't know about. And once you do know about it, it becomes the groundhog for the entire holiday season. As soon as all your Marine buddies start posting memes talking about Semper Fi and how drunk they're going to get at the ball, you know that the rest of the holiday season...
Wait, you've never been drunk till you've been Marine Corps ball drunk? Wow! Okay, you guys can't see this. I need to move you. And I will move myself. This is a meme that is worth you guys seeing. Wow. That is definitely seriously fucking drunk. Yeah, I know, Wolfie. I know, but...
is upon you. It's only a matter of time until you get to start reading newspaper articles about how somebody got trampled to death for a $1 toaster on Black Friday. And then we all come together on Thanksgiving to do something that Americans very seldom do, overeat. And then December starts, that wonderful, wonderful time of year where every single store in America plays Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, on a loop. And let me tell you, it will never ever get old or annoying or redundant or annoying. I blame Nick Cannon. Anyways, then
Poor Nick Cannon has been getting shit on so much from Mariah Carey. The poor guy.
We're gonna have Christmas, then we're gonna have New Year's, and then we all get to get the date wrong every time we write it down for the next 3 months while we quietly reflect on how many years it's been since we graduated from high school. What I'm trying to tell you is you owe it to yourself to go drinking with the Marines on the Marine Corps birthday before this shit show of a holiday season starts. Because if you've never been, drinking with the Marines is a phenomenal experience. Really, it's a two-step process. Step 1, show up. Step 2, proceed to do whatever the fuck you want. Because guess what? If anything goes down, you've got a horde of Marines. Who's gonna stop you? I'll tell you who's not gonna stop you, the cops, because when they show up, one of them is a Marine. And they're not about to arrest a Marine or a Marine's buddy on the Marine Corps birthday. At worst, he's gonna tell you to have a good rest of your night. At best, he's there to help you hide the body, because that's just how Marines get down. So if you've never...
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought step 2 was get in there and start guzzling beer with you, and then step 3 was hide the body. I'm a little disappointed step 2 wasn't get in there and hit on the beer bong with the rest of the boys. I'm gonna be honest, a little disappointed by that.
Never been drinking with the Marines, please do it. And I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have any Marine friends? That's fine. Just go to the bar. They'll be there. How are you going to identify said Marines? You don't have to. Believe me. You're going to figure it out.
You will never, ever have to worry about identifying the Marines at the bar. Never have to worry about that. Trust me, they will make themselves known with force that they are Marines. They are not shy about this.
It out pretty quick, they'll tell you. I love them, but they are the CrossFit of the military branches. They are not about to let you think that they served in any other branch but the United States Marine Corps. Now, why is the Marine Corps birthday such a big deal?
I'm kind of a big deal.
Well, it's because the Marines are kind of a big deal.
Holocron, a guy in Texas tried to mug 4 Marines. Okay, I have a question. How do you know about this? Because there's no way anyone would have ever heard about this, because the man would have disappeared off the face of the earth for trying to mug 4 Marines. How do you know about this? The guy would have disappeared. Mugs the Marines? Yet there's no trace of existence left of that person.
deal. I don't know where to start with this, so we're just going to start from the beginning. November 10th, 1775. Yeah, that's before 1776. The Marine Corps is older than the United States of America. They were founded in Tun Tavern, a bar. The Marine Corps was founded
of course
in a bar. You can't make that up. Just setting a tone right out of the gate. Speaking of setting a tone, pretty much every time the Marine Corps gets let off its leash, they come back with some new terrifying nickname that the enemy gave them. And that proud tradition started in World War I at the Battle of Belleau Wood. If you don't know, super short, oversimplified version of history, the Germans were marching through France towards Paris. The Marine Corps shows up and is like, nah. They're able to push back the Germans once with the help of the army and the French, and then the French beg the Marines to retreat back to a more fortified position with them, to which the Marine Corps leadership responds, and I quote, "Retreat. We just got here." They then proceed to don their gas mask and fix their bayonets as they go into one of the bloodiest battles America has ever fought. And the Marines do it so aggressively that the Germans begin to call them the Devil Dogs, a moniker that no one that has ever fought them since has disagreed with. Then we fast forward to World War II. World War II, everybody talks about Iwo Jima, and they should. Very poetic, very heroic, very romantic when they raise the flag. But my personal favorite Marine story from World War II is the Battle of Tarawa. If you don't know, Tarawa Atoll is the most fortified island the Marines have ever landed on. The Japanese
is this the one I'm thinking of where they basically just drove over the coral reefs in their I forget what vehicles they use, but they just drove over the reefs and they drove over this supposed like tank stopping countermeasures or something, and the Japanese just went, oh dear God, they look like, they look like demons, something like that. Yeah, Seawash was there. Yes.
Admiral in charge of defending Tarawa is quoted as saying, "1 million men couldn't take Tarawa in 100 years." To which the Marine Corps said, "Hold my beer," as 4,000 Marines proceeded to take it in 3 days. Yeah. Only one Japanese officer actually survived that battle, and in his journal, he described it as this. "We could see the American landing crafts coming towards us like dozens of spiders on the surface of the water, when one of my men exclaimed, 'The gods of death have come.'" I'm trying to paint the picture that they've built quite the reputation for themselves. A reputation so intimidating that during the Gulf War, Desert Storm, whatever you prefer to call it, the Iraq military was scared of the Marines because they actually believed that to become an American Marine, you had to murder a member of your family at basic training. Now that obviously is not true by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it speaks volumes that an entire military actually believed it. The Marine Corps merely existing is a form of psychological warfare. And that's just when they're merely existing. They're way scarier when they're actually doing their job. Like for everybody, including their own chain of command. For example, during the Battle of Fallujah, the Marines got so many headshots that the United States military had to launch an internal investigation because they were concerned that the Marines may have been executing people at point blank.
Or that someone had hacked the program and basically given everybody aimbot. The Marines became aimbots. And hey, Hobby, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Now, granted, I mean, they still exist. Just look at Pew.
They weren't. They were just out there giving long-range lobotomies at a rate that the American government didn't know was possible, which adds even more to the psychological warfare aspect. I mean, how would you feel if you had to go up against a military force that you knew was under investigation for getting too many headshots? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say not great. And that is truly intimidation.
Honestly, what it speaks to? Really, realistically, what it speaks to is not just the skill of the Marines. The fact that they were getting so many fucking headshots doesn't speak simply to the skill of the Marines. It also speaks to the calmness of the Marines, because to get a headshot, you not only need skill, you need to have coolness under fire. So while you're taking on fire, you are not flinching, you are not ducking for cover, you are calmly aiming down sights, be it iron sights or scope, regardless of what it is. You are calmly taking aim, precisely targeting the head, and making the shot. So skill 100% is involved, but it's also talking about how Marines keep their cool in the heat of combat, whereas the opponents, if they're taking on fire, they're probably like diving for cover or whatever. Marines are taking fire. They're just like, yeah, okay, they're not hitting shit. Let me line this up. Okay, crack, bang, dead. It speaks to that they're so ruthless. They keep calm under fire and do headshot, 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 headshot.
At its finest, because everybody knows the most advanced militaries in the world offer their men body armor. Ain't nobody giving their guys face armor. The Marines subtly saying, I don't care how big your military budget is, you can still get it. I think Eleanor Roosevelt said it best when she said, and I quote, "The Marines I have seen around the world have the cleanest bodies and the filthiest minds, the highest morale and the lowest morals of any group of animals I have ever seen. Thank God for the United States Marine Corps." End quote.
Okay. That well in the wrong direction. Hang on. That is a hell of a statement. Like, from Eleanor Roosevelt herself. Like, the highest morals but the lowest morals, meaning that they stand for righteousness, but they are not afraid to get their hands dirty. That's the biggest one right there. The Marine Corps is not afraid to get their hands dirty to get the fucking job done. And that's the sign of a badass. That's why the enemy should be very, very afraid. Oh shit, I hit mute. I didn't realize I hit mute. Sorry.
Of animals I have ever seen. Thank God for the United States Marine Corps. End quote. And while I wasn't there, I'm willing to bet of the Marines that heard it, at least one of them leaned over to his buddy and said, I'd hit that. In conclusion, the point I'm trying to make to you is Marine.
Oh God, I was taking a drink when he said that. I almost just died. I almost just choked to death from that. Oh, God. And yeah, he's probably also very right. He's 100% right.
Marines make great friends and horrible enemies, and I would strongly recommend helping them celebrate their birthday. So yeah, go check out my website, buy some merch, quack bang out. I'm gonna go drink with the Marines. Okay, bye.
Yes. That is the proper way to start the reacts on today.